That sound, sharp, quick, unmistakable, froze me right in the middle of my morning coffee. I glanced up, and before my brain even caught up, I saw a soccer ball rolling across my driveway, and right behind it, this kid with wide, terrified eyes. Looked like he'd seen a ghost. Then I saw it. My garage window, the one I'd just paid good money to replace 2 months ago, now looked like a puzzle made out of broken glass, shards everywhere, sunlight glinting through the cracks like the universe was laughing at me. I opened the door slow, tried to keep my voice level while I held the ball in one hand. Honestly, I was holding on to my patience by a thread. "You want to tell me what happened here?" I asked, not unkind but, letting him know I wasn't in the mood for games. The kid just stood there, mouth open, looking like he was about to cry. And that's when I heard her. That voice, pitched just a little too high to be polite, coming up behind him. "Excuse me. What exactly are you saying to my son?" And just like that, my neighbor Karen made her entrance. You ever meet someone who walks like they own the place, even when it's not theirs? That's Karen. Hair cut short, sunglasses perched on her head like a badge of authority, marching up my driveway like she's leading a parade. Her son, Jason, probably 10 years old, looked ready to disappear into the concrete. "It was an accident," he mumbled, barely above a whisper. Karen just crossed her arms. Classic move. "He's just a kid. You can't yell at him for playing outside." I let out a breath, maybe more for my own sake than hers. I didn't yell. "But someone's paying for that window." She scoffed, rolled her eyes so hard I thought they'd get stuck. "You're seriously going to make a child pay for an accident?" I glanced at the mess, glass everywhere, probably in my tools, maybe in my shoes for weeks. "No," I said, "but I am going to make the parent pay for it." And the way her lips tightened, you'd think I'd asked her to buy me a new car. She looked me up and down, smirked, and said, "Good luck with that." Then she dragged Jason away, both of them acting like I'd just ruined their day. Honestly, with Karen, this was nothing new. Last time, her dog dug up my tomatoes. She said it must have been a stray. When her recycling blew all over my yard, she claimed the wind was targeting her specifically. This, just another Tuesday in Karen's world. But as I looked at that broken window, an idea started forming. One of those ideas is either going to fix everything or blow up in your face. If she wasn't going to pay for the damage, maybe I could make her earn it. Not revenge, exactly, just a little lesson in consequences, one she wouldn't see coming. First thing, keep it legal. No drama, no vandalism, no calling her out in front of the whole block. Second, make it public, but friendly. I wanted witnesses, but I didn't want a scene. Third, make the solution visible, something she'd have to show up for. Maybe even get her hands a little dirty. I called a friend, tossed around a few ideas, everything from a nice, polite demand letter to a neighborhood petition. But none of it felt right, until my buddy suggested something genius. Why not turn this mess into a neighborhood soccer safety workshop? Use the accident as a teachable moment. Invite everyone. Make it about community. Put the spotlight on the risks. Maybe, just maybe, Karen would realize she wasn't the only parent in the world. That night, I stayed up making flyers. Community Youth Soccer Safety and Sportsmanship Workshop. Saturday, 10 a.m. Bring a ball. I put one on her porch, stuck the rest on mailboxes and the community board, figured she'd show up just to prove a point. Saturday rolls around. Not a cloud in the sky, neighborhood kids everywhere. Parents with folding chairs and thermoses, the kind of scene you'd see in a TV commercial. I ran warm-ups, kept things light, passing drills, goofy races, laughter echoing down the block. Karen showed up late, of course, Jason in tow, that look on her face like she was the one running things. I made sure to keep the whole thing positive, but you better believe we had a drill about shooting safely. No balls flying into garage windows. We set up cones, practiced aiming away from houses, and when it came time for the demonstration, I had the kids kick at a mat set far from any windows. Karen hovered on the edge, clipboard in hand, acting like she was there to supervise. Really, I think she was just making sure I didn't say anything to embarrass her. Then I rolled out the window drill, lightweight targets, clear markers, showing how a stray shot can go wrong. Every time a ball bounced off safely, you could see the parents tense, then laugh when nothing broke. After a water break, I handed Karen a pamphlet about community responsibility and insurance. She took it, barely looked at me, but I saw the wheels turning. Monday morning, there she was at my door, envelope in one hand, Jason shuffling his feet. About the window, she said, not meeting my eyes. I got an estimate from a guy down the street. I can cover half. I just smiled, took my time answering. That's a start. But I've got a better idea. I walked her around to the garage, showed her the new setup, a portable soccer net, padded wall, everything safe and supervised. Jason can practice here after school, I said, on one condition. You come too. You wanted him to have space. Now he does. But no wild shots. You hit the target, you earn points. Miss it, you help clean up. Karen looked like she'd swallowed a lemon. But Jason's eyes lit up, and honestly, what was she gonna say? They started showing up a few afternoons a week. First day, Karen stood like a statue, arms folded, correcting Jason's every move. By day 3, she was laughing, real, honest-to-God laughter, when he tripped over his own feet. By the end of the week, she was helping him line up shots, even staying to chat about drills. The tension between us started to fade. It was weird, actually nice. But, nothing good lasts forever. Mrs. Dawson, from across the street, you know the type, can hear a pin drop 3 houses over. Left a note in my mailbox. Please be advised. Your garage gatherings are becoming quite the spectacle. Kindly restore peace to our block. I almost lost it, thinking about her grandson's drum lessons every summer rattling the whole neighborhood. Karen read the note, rolled her eyes, said, she's just jealous we're having fun. But honestly, people were watching. Curious. Some amused, some a little annoyed, but more and more kids started joining in. Parents stuck around to chat. And Karen, she turned into the unofficial coach, bringing snacks, keeping score, even starting a wall of wins, where kids signed their names after hitting 10 perfect shots. By week 3, you could feel the vibe had changed. There was laughter where tension used to be. Karen smiling, not a trace of that old armor. It almost felt too good to be true. Then came the shot. Late afternoon, sun dropping low, everything golden. Jason's last round of practice. He was getting good, focused, accurate. And then, one kick, a little too strong, curved at the last second, crack. Not my garage window this time, Mrs. Dawson's bird feeder. The whole street went dead silent. Before I could even say anything, Karen strode across the street, wallet in hand, knocked on Mrs. Dawson's door, and said, loud as anything, "Hi, my son broke your feeder. We'll replace it today." Mrs. Dawson just blinked, then nodded, maybe a little stunned. "That's very responsible of you." Karen walked back grinning, said, "Guess I learned something from your little lesson plan." "Huh?" And I just laughed. Guess we both did. That evening, Jason kicked a few quiet shots under the soft garage light, each one hitting the mark. The same ball that once shattered glass now just bounced safely into the net. As for Karen, she never brought up the window again, but every so often, she'd wave from her porch and yell, "Game tomorrow?" And just like that, the neighbor who once drove me up the wall became the reason this street finally felt like a real community. So here's the thing. I gotta ask, what would you have done if you were in my shoes? Would you let it go, call the cops, send a bill, or pull a fast one like I did? Drop your thoughts below, because I'm telling you, these neighborhood battles, sometimes they turn into the best kind of team effort. And hey, if you like hearing stories where the ending isn't what you expected, stick around. There's always another chapter coming.